Hi, this is Nathan from Elite PT. Today I want to talk about what good quality water is and how much should you be drinking every single day. Now, the key with water is making sure that it has minerals and nutrients in it. I had this great conversation with one of my trainers years ago. He's like, well, why don't we just drink distilled water as opposed to mineral water, because mineral water can be contaminated. Well, you know what? He is right. The only thing is our water must contain nutrients and minerals in it. The water that it is merely a vessel to be able to carry the nutrients into our cells. Now, just like osmosis, where you have minerals here and no minerals here, it goes into where there's no minerals, so it spreads all the way through. If you're taking distilled water into your body, what will happen is that your body will start to leach the minerals into that water and you'll urinate that water out. Plus, distilled water can't penetrate the cell. So if you're having distilled water, it'll go around the cell and it'll go through the body, as opposed to actually penetrating the mitochondria in the cell. So mineral water is where it's at, where you should actually be drinking, because that is actually the same sort of concentrate of what it is a cell, and they permeate the cell much easier. So the next thing you need to know is, well, how much minerals should be in the water? Well, you know what? It's okay to overdose on those nutrients and minerals in your water by putting a pinch of sea salt in there. If you put a pinch of sea salt, you won't even taste it. Now, the other thing is how much water should you drink a day? Well, here's the formula. If you weigh 100 kilos, then you should be timesing your weight by 0.03. In other words, if you weigh 100 kilos, you should be drinking 3 liters of water. If you weigh 50 kilos, you should be drinking 1.5 liters of water. If you're exercising every day, then you should also be adding anywhere between 600 to 800 mils of water into your day routine as well. And that still puts a pinch of sea salt in all the water as well, because you will be losing those electrolytes through your body. And you might even want to overdose on that, because you know there's times where you've gone out and exercised, you started to cramp. The reason why you're cramping is because the water is not, the electrolytes are not in your system anymore, and that's the electrolytes that allows your body just to relax. So if you don't have the electrolytes, you start to go into cramp. Now the other thing is making sure that you get all your water in during the day, the majority of it during the day. You shouldn't have much water after 7 or 8 o'clock at night, maybe up to 500 mils, but no more than that. Because if you get up during the night, you disturb your sleep. And I've done that before, where I thought, oh my God, you know, I'm becoming incontinent because I can't seem to hold my pee in anymore. Now the thing is if you are not having that water after 7 or 8, you will find that you will go all night throughout having no waking up, and you'll be able to get throughout the night without having to go to the toilet. Now the next thing is when you wake up, you're dry, you're thirsty. You've got to make sure that you're putting 2 to 3 glasses of water into your body. I say anywhere between 600 and 800 mils of water first thing in the body. And how do you do it? Well, what you do is you eat your water. You have a sip, you stop. You have a sip, you stop. When you guzzle, how do you feel? You feel bloated. So making sure you sip your water or eat your water is the best way to be able to have that water. Now, the other thing that I'd like to make sure that you're aware of is making sure that it's actually in glass as opposed to plastic. All right, glass doesn't leach plastic into the water, whereas plastic does, especially those bottles that you buy in the supermarket. So if you are going to use plastic, make sure it's a thicker plastic, so that way it doesn't leach into your water as easily. However, don't be fooled. You will be leaching some plastic into even no plastic at all, even if you are using plastic. All right, so remember, times your weight by 0.03 to work out how much water you should have. Making sure you have 2 to 3 glasses of water first thing in the morning, and making sure that you reduce the amount of water before you go to bed. Mineral water over distilled water. Did I mention you should put some sea salt in there as well? Do that as well. Now, like I said, I'm promoting the Tribe Team training. It's a great way of being able to train in a group. I know a lot of people that actually put their teams together, like tennis teams together. They 4 people together and they come and they train for 6 weeks. What a great way to be able to build the morale in your team and also get your team fitter for whatever sport it is. If you're finishing netball season or if you're finishing rugby season, this is a great way to be able to continue on keeping your fitness up to scratch. So it starts on the 2nd of May. And we have a trial week, which is all free. And then after that, the season starts from the 9th of May.